Hello and welcome to Empowerment in Illness. I am your host, Gwen. We are joined today by someone I met on TikTok. Amanda and I have something in common. We both were diagnosed with lupus. Not only does she have lupus, but she's living with another condition that impacts millions of people worldwide. She's living with Parkinson's. Amanda, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Hi, how's everyone doing today? I'm excited to be here because I need, it's nice to be able to talk to someone and share my story, to get out there and let people know with awareness for lupus and Parkinson's.
Would you share your journey with your chronic illnesses and how they shape your life?
Yes, okay. So back in 2015, 16-ish, I was getting to the point where I was exhausted all the time, like focused, I was tired all the time, can't sleep. And so I went to the doctor and I thought it was thyroid issues, and then she said it wasn't thyroid. They went and tested me for anything else, so I had to find new doctors. It's a long story. So I got really sick in December 19th. I got really bad with Parkinson's. I started shaking all bad. And so I went to the doctor, and my doctor, he referred me to Colorado UC Health. So I went there, and I was diagnosed with Parkinson's in August of 2020. And then I was talking to my doctor about the symptoms. I told her, and I said, can you check me for lupus? Because I was also told by my family doctor and family that I could possibly have lupus. But no one here would believe me, because I have a lot of symptoms of lupus as well. So, they decided to be in touch with the rheumatologist at UC Health, and they did the blood work, and they tested I had all the marks for lupus as well. And then, that was in January of 2021 that I was diagnosed with lupus.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So what was it like when you received your diagnosis?
It was scary the first time because I had the feeling that it would be lupus because I was diagnosed in my hometown about 2 years prior to that. But then that doctor ended up leaving, and no other doctor would take her test or her blood work and her lab work because it wasn't, then how they are supposed to get the markers in there? There's one marker that wasn't completely all the way there, and that's why they wouldn't confirm lupus with me.
Okay, so it took a while for them to really diagnose it.
Yeah.
When did you start having symptoms with Parkinson's?
That was back in December of, I believe 18, but back before that, when I was 34, my pinky would twitch all the time. And so my friend was my pinky twitches a lot. We just stopped being a lot stuff. He really wasn't anything about it. And so, this started getting worse, and I have restless leg syndrome too, so that's what helped to be there. And then I started to get really sick, and I ended up losing so much weight. I lost 100 pounds in less than a year because I was shaking so much I couldn't keep calories on, and I couldn't eat, so that's also a little scary.
Mm-hmm.
And I was actually to the point where I couldn't do nothing for myself. I couldn't eat, I couldn't walk, I couldn't dress myself, brush my hair. I could not do anything by myself, hygiene-wise, feeding myself-wise, anything like that, because I was so stiff that I couldn't do nothing.
Okay, so those would be some of your biggest challenges? You're not able to...
They were. They started medicating me, and actually I started getting better, it's just kind of an up and downhill, up and down. You just never know how you get from one day to the next anymore.
I know Parkinson's, you have those symptoms and you're not able to take care of yourself. But how does lupus play in the role? Because I know sometimes if you're stressed that, it'll flare up.
Yeah, it exaggerates the Parkinson's. The symptoms get really bad, and I can tell when I'm having the lupus for because I get, the Parkinson's just gets out of control.
How are they managing the lupus? What medication are you on?
Hydrochloroquine.
Plaquenil, I'm on that too.
It's a your treatment until antidepressants, but swallowing way too fast before you even get it swallowed.
Is that the only one you're taking?
Yes.
Okay. And so you mentioned that you're not able to take care of yourself.
I am now, but back then I wasn't able to. I'm able to at least do 70% of what I could do before I got sick.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
How are the illnesses affecting your relationship with your family and friends?
Well, my daughter helps me out a lot. Actually, when I first got sick in December of 19th, she was actually the one that took over and started taking care of me, doing dressing me and brush my hair, that stuff that you can't do. And then me and my husband got divorced because he didn't want to take life, and it was horrible, but he said he wasn't able to do it, So the relationship went down the drain. My mom's really big help with me too. We actually moved with my mom, so we're living with my mom right now, and she helps me out a lot too.
That's awesome.
I have a lot of support. My family, friends, my daughter's friends, dogs, if I need help with something there, they're going to help me do what I need if they need help.
Because of this podcast and me having lupus, I talk about lupus a lot. Can you tell us a little bit about Parkinson?
Okay, Parkinson's a movement disease. And you know who Michael J. Fox is, right? He was actually like one of the bigger movie stars that was diagnosed with it. And he had the onset of Parkinson's too. He was diagnosed in his 20s, I believe. A lot of symptoms, symptoms aren't necessarily, everyone don't necessarily have the same symptoms either. There's a group of us. We have some Parkinson's people that are stiff and they can't, move their joints, and you have people like me who shake.
Oh,
yeah. The stiff, when I first was diagnosed, I was always stiff, and I shook a lot. So I was kind of in between of those, So, I had symptoms of both, so.
Have you found any strategies or treatments that have helped manage your symptoms?
Medication, actually. I have a friend named Carl, and he's on TikTok as well. And he actually has this little approach that he's trying to use now, and it's tapping. Because you tap yours in a rhythm, it helps you with your speech, and it helps calm you down. So then you can actually talk and you can walk. He actually discovered that himself just not so long ago. And we're trying to get that going so it can help people with Parkinson's, it help people with Tourette's, it helps a lot of people with anxiety. Yeah, so that's one thing that I've been doing with him is just tapping. But I'm also medicated too, so I take a lot of medication. And a lot of exercise helps too because you need to exercise to loosen your joints, and just keep going.
Are you able to work?
No, not anymore, huh?
Okay. So how do you maintain a positive outlook and stay motivated?
I don't like being negative because it just makes it harder in life to get through, I'm one of those people who's always positive with some positive outlook in life because I feel better when I'm positive and I don't feel good when I'm negative. There's some days where I just want to sleep, and not get out of bed, but I have to do it because I need to get up and get moving because I can't be negative, I like to be positive and happy, and it also projects on the people you live with too, your attitude. If you're not happy, then I'm not happy.
Yeah, but you're right. It's the attitude. It is our attitude.
And then when you have that attitude or a negative outlook, it doesn't help the disease either.
It took me a long time to realize that I'm not a sick person. I have a condition.
Yeah.
There's a difference. Because if the mindset is that you're sick, of course you're going to feel bad, right? You're going to have a negative tone to it. But if you have a condition, you're still normal. You're still the same person. It's just you got an extra passenger. Exactly,
yeah. Yes, that's it.
So,
and I've also kind of learned that it's kind of the same thing, but the people you live with when you're first get diagnosed, your attitude and makes also depends on how bad your symptoms are. When medicated. I lived with a woman that was on a happy house, and my symptoms were terrible. Even medicated. I moved out of that house and I lived with my mom, and I got better.
Yep, that's stress.
Yeah, it's a stress factor. Yes, it's a big part of it too. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you got a chance to get out and get some positivity in your life.
Yes.
What role has your healthcare team played in your journey?
My healthcare,
yeah, your doctors. Sometimes we listen to them and they use us as lab rats, and then sometimes you can get a doctor and that they are like the best thing ever. So, what has your journey been like with your doctors?
I've had quite a few of them. When I first went down in my town, I stayed here, to see if I get diagnosed here. And I seen a rheumatologist, I seen an endocrinologist for my thinking it was my thyroid. And the first thing is, when they don't believe you, they tell you that. The doctor told me that I was making it up. It was all in my head. So that kind of just puts you down in the way that you think, then fine, I don't want to know what's going on. You're not going to help me, then whatever. I found a good doctor that actually listened to me. He was trying all these medications with me, trying help me out as much as he could. And he says, man, he says, we got to get you somewhere else. He goes, I've exhausted all my ideas, and he goes, I need you to get help somewhere else. So he actually referred me to Denver, and I started going there, and I found a wonderful neurologist. But they leave and they leave and they leave. So I've been to 5 neurologists already at this point. And so,
you say 5 neurologists?
Yep, I've been to 5 already. Yes, it's really hard because you have to have a doctor that sticks with you so they know your history.
Exactly.
But yeah, I've seen 4 in Denver. I've seen one in town about an hour away from me, and then I finally just found someone at my hospital here in town. Thank goodness I did, because she helped me so much, and she still helps me. And it's really nice to be able to just call and say, hey, this is what's going on, this is what I'm doing, is there anything you can help me with? And this is putting you down or talking down to you. She's like, okay, this is what we got to do to help you out. And she gives you advice and she gives you ideas and, doesn't tell you that you're thinking it up or, you're not going to, what's not going to work out for you, So she's a very positive person too.
Yeah, that's awesome because we do need that.
Yeah.
So what advice would you give someone who is recently diagnosed?
Tell your family immediately. Don't hide it because the worse you get, they're going to need to know so they can help you out. Also, don't take what other people say about you to heart. I've had them the hard way, and it goes first when people talk bad about you because they're not sure what's going on with you. They just kind of assume certain things about you. So just ignore the people that make stuff up about you, especially because they don't know you. Stay positive. And connect with people that, share your journey. Like, Parkinson, I'm in a Parkinson group. I'm in a couple of Lupus groups, It's like to have those people to talk to because they understand more than your family and friends do because they're living it with you.
So how has lupus manifested in your body? What has it affected?
Oh, my joints. My toes are old and crazy looking. My hands, my joints always hurt. They are always hurting. My fingers especially.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lupus rash, and my skin on my legs is starting to have the rash, But my legs are starting to have the rash on it too, so, it's just one of those things,
With Parkinson's, what are your symptoms now?
Okay, now I'm actually having issues with my speech again. I'm actually, I have dyskinesia right now. It's just because medication is not working today. And so I'm struggling to stay not shaking, to stay calm. Yeah, and I was in the hospital last night, so that kind of, not last night, the night before, that kind of doesn't help, because just, it affects you more. Oh, another piece of advice, make sure you always have backup medication, because if your pharmacist doesn't have it, it's very hard to get back on it.
Okay.
The thing is, I don't have insurance right now, so I'm struggling to get my medication paid for, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I actually stopped working in January. And so I was on short-term disability till April, and I was covered under my insurance that works still. When I went to long-term disability, my insurance got dropped, and I haven't had nothing since April. No insurance since April. So I've been trying to get my Parkinson's medication. I'm struggling with Medicaid to get everything taken care of, and I'm still not getting my Medicaid because I say I make too much. So I'm trying to see what the heck's going on there, and I have to take my medication. It's not cheap either. It's like $60 for just a 30-day supply of, 2 pills I take, and I have a lot of pills I take. So that's going to struggle too. Is when you're on Social Security and you don't know when you're going to pay for that because my Social Security just started too. So I've been struggling just making sure I get Social Security now too.
I was always under the impression that your medication was covered once you were on disability.
Apparently it's not, because I talked to my local Department of Health and Human Services, and she says no, because it still goes by your income, even if you're getting disability. And Medicaid, or Medicare, I won't get until after I've been on disability for 2 years. So
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah, I'll have to do some research too. Maybe submit to you. Maybe let you know what else I've been going through. Because my doctor actually is really good. One pill I take is like over 10 grams. And so she actually gives me the sample so I don't run out.
Yeah, my doctor does that sometimes too.
Yeah. GRX helps, but it's not a whole lot taken off, So when you're paying a whole lot of money for a pill that's just to keep you going, it's just really rough. And then if the pharmacy don't have your pills, you suffer because, like me, I didn't have my pills yesterday, or I called it on Monday. Of course you don't have it. And then I wasn't able to take my pills for like 2 a day, and I couldn't function. I couldn't walk. I couldn't hardly do anything yesterday, the day before yesterday because I was so bad.
When you're walking, do you use a cane or a walker?
If I get really bad, yes. No walker. I have a cane that I've used a couple times, but most of the time I'm pretty good at walking. I don't have issues with the walk. I have pretty good balance too, but with my double air infection going on, in air infection right now, I kind of am just not able to walk because I have vertigo real bad right now.
Oh yeah, I've had that. Yeah, that's not fun.
Yeah, so when we get sick also, it takes us down like 10 notches more than it does the regular person because we have that immune system that's so weakened too.
Okay. Which one do you think is the most challenging, Parkinson's or lupus?
That's a tough one because Parkinson's affects my mobility. The lupus affects like my body heat, I'm a person that can't stand the heat. I like the cold. But the cold also does not help with my lupus because it makes my joints hurt. But the Parkinson's, the heat just makes my body go crazy with Parkinson's. So it's kind of a toss-up. Because I have pain from lupus and I have pain from Parkinson's, so it's kind of like, I guess whatever day my joint is hurting, what joint is hurting that day, I guess.
And you mentioned that you may suffer from another condition?
Yeah, it's like alien demos, the Danlos syndrome. It's like altered flexibility.
What is that?
I'll pull it up real quick. It is like a contortionist. You know those people that can do weird things with their bodies, like put their feet behind their head and do stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. Ehlers-Danlos syndrome.
Okay. So is it like your joints?
Extra flexible.
Yes.
Yeah. I can still put my feet behind my head, and I'm almost 41. If you can do prayer hands behind your back, so that's also one of the signs, because most people can't touch do prayer hands behind their back, and I can. My daughter can. My daughter's extra flexible as well.
Okay.
If you can touch your thumb to your wrist too, that's also one of the symptoms.
When you said that, I was trying to see if I could do that.
Oh yeah, try the prayer hands behind your back. That's a hard one. It's so easy for me, but I can touch my whole back with both my hands.
I'm not that flexible. I can tell you that.
Oh gosh, yeah. My kids just listen. Look, so she can do her fingers, like she can almost fold in the back and touch her like back of her hand with her fingers, like her fingernail.
Wow.
Yeah, it's something else I've never heard of before until my daughter was telling me about it. And then I talked to my primary, and the only way we can get diagnosed is to go to a medicine. And they have to be able to blood oil this work and stuff on you too. So yeah, so we say the belief we have, but we haven't got the confirmation on it yet.
I have this segment in the podcast that I call Healing Heartbeats, and it's where we give ourselves time to wallow in sorrow. When a depression hits, like you give yourself a certain amount of time to just be depressed and feel it and do whatever you need to do. So when you have bouts of depression, how do you handle it?
I scream into a pillow, and then I let myself have a couple, hours of just eating or doing what I want to do and being sad. And then I said, okay, it's enough. Get up and do something else.
Yeah. How long do you stay? Because I tell people, give it 3 minutes. Like you can do it like a rinse and repeat. So you can do it today for 3 minutes, and then if you need to, you can do it again tomorrow for 3 minutes.
Yeah, I usually think 5 to 10 minutes until at least you.
Mm-hmm.
And at least until I feel, confident that I can go out and not look like I've been crying or upset.
Okay.
But a lot of people don't see me upset like that, so I try to hide that, because it's just like, I don't know, to me it's just weird to be like crying in front of people because I'm so upset about something. So I try to scream in my pillow and feel, alone out so no one can see. I just weird like that, I guess.
No, it's not weird because I'd sit in silence. I'll go in a room and just be quiet because I'm always afraid if someone says something, I may say something in the wrong tone.
True.
They may take it and it may be inappropriate to them. So I just try to be quiet and just sit back.
Yeah. So there's a couple of people I talk to, in my Parkinson's group, and I try to be, tell them to give them positive like advice, inspiration. And the ones that always ask me, I'm upset, what do I do? And I always tell them, go in your bedroom, pull out a phone, scream and sit. Give yourself a couple minutes, and then write in your journal or something, and then you're good. And I accept that works, that helps them a lot. So
that is true.
Yeah.
So when you said your mom takes care of you, correct?
Yeah, she does. She helps me out a lot. On days that I can't drive, we get in the car, she'll drive me to the doctor's appointment. If I'm having like a day like I'm having today, she'll bring me in my plate so I can eat and bring me my drinks or whatever I need to have done. She'll help me with.
Do you ever feel guilt or shame or feel like you're a burden to them?
I do, yeah. Especially my daughter, yeah. She'll be 24 next month. I got sick when she was like 19. And she actually stayed home. She didn't go to college or anything, so she could stay home with me. And then she actually got a work-at-home job because she told my mom, I don't want to have a nurse over here because I don't trust people with you. So she's actually working at home now because I'm home with her and she's home with me, so if anything happens, then she's right here.
I did a segment about that, how people with chronic illnesses, we feel some type of way, like some guilt or shame because we have our loved ones take care of us.
Yeah. And there's a whole lot of thing right, It's just like, as much as I can do, or as do myself, I can't, And I definitely try to do stuff, but there's some things I can't do and it just needs help.
Exactly. Before we leave, I would like to close with a special portion of the show I call Healing Heartbeats. This is where we allow ourselves to wallow in sorrow. Give yourselves 3 minutes to laugh, cry, scream, cuss, or just sit in silence. Whatever you need to do to feel it, do it. Let the depression end for only 3 minutes. Once you've reached 3 minutes, compartmentalize it and get back to living. This is a rinse and repeat behavior. You cannot let depression take over, because when it does, it will not let go. So live in spite of having a chronic illness. Don't let your condition stop you. I want to thank Amanda for coming on to the show and sharing her invaluable information about lupus and Parkinson's. Until next time, remember, you have the strength, the heart, and the support to continue your journey. Be safe.